Hello all, and welcome back to another beautifully stormy day in small grid only. Today we are going to do something different. I changed my mind. We are not going to be building the flight module on the planet. And that is because I decided that we are going to take the rover up to space. We are going to remove all the wheels, and we are going to rebuild this partially as a spaceship. I kind of want to keep all the stuff. I don't want to leave it here. I don't feel like dismantling it, so that kind of leaves us with one option, and that's taking it with us. But there's no reason to take a rover to space, so we're going to turn it into a ship, and we will bring it to space as is. That way we won't have to haul all of the stuff in the inventory up separately. We can just bring it up with the rover converted to ship, and then when we get to space, we will have all our materials and we can build a drive module from there. So let's get the wheels off this thing. Let's strip down some of the stuff we really don't need, and then think about what we really want to do to make this a ship. Wow, all I've done is take the wheels off and it already looks really strange to me. I can see how this could turn into a ship though. It might not be terrible converting this to a ship. Alright, let's slap some thrusters on here and see if we can lift ourselves at all. Alright, how does 2 thrusters do? There we go. That is not enough thrust to lift us. So, let's try to make one more. Is 3 enough? No, 3 is not enough either. I don't think I can make 4. Yeah, I don't have enough metal grids to make 4. We will scavenge in that case. Our 4 thrusters enough to lift us. I think this is going to be very close. Alright. 4 thrusters are enough to lift us. That's really good news. That means we can pretty much get to space with this current setup. Let's add some thrusters going the different directions so that we can maneuver once we get there. Alright. We are ready to go to space. One final time. We might come back down for ice, but we probably won't. We'll probably just start our journey and try to find ice along the way. We have plenty of power. Let's check our hydrogen in all our tanks. Alright, so the little tanks are full. The big tanks are actually quite full. The one on the truck is almost entirely full. That's good news. Alright, let's go up. Inertial dampener's off. Ooh, we can barely lift. Imagine if I crashed this. That would be incredibly sad. Just crash the mother load here. As we leave Earth here for what might be the last time in this playthrough, I just want to thank everyone who dropped comments on my last video. I got a lot of really good ideas for new modules to work on. Now, my plans for the immediate future haven't changed. I'm still going to go in space, build a drive module of some sort, and then head to the moon. But what I'm thinking is every time I head to a new planet or moon, I'm going to build a new module for the station. And what I've been doing is I've been taking all the good ideas that I like, and I've been putting them into data pads and stashing them on the station, so that when the time comes, I can just flip them open without breaking my immersion, and I can look through these ideas and just pick one that either I just really want to build because I think it'll be cool, or probably one that fits my needs the best, fits my needs and my situation, or if I'm role-playing something, maybe I'll pick something based off of that. But I'm definitely storing all those ideas, so keep them coming. I've really been enjoying it. And also, if you have any ideas of things to do on different planets or moons, I'm kind of just winging it as I go still. I don't have anything set in stone, so I'd love to hear those. They'll get thrown on data pads too. I've already made a couple data pads of just some really good tips I've gotten from people, and pretty soon you'll probably be seeing me use those. So thanks for all the input. Definitely keep it up, and let's get moving with this episode. Yeah, we drifted quite a ways. We ended up coming out nowhere near where we came out in the previous couple flights up here. Take us a little bit longer to get there, but that's okay. Well, we made it here. I'm uncertain how exactly we're going to attach. Perhaps what I do is I put a connector on the bottom. Alright, we have a connector on the bottom now. How are we going to attach to the base? Let's turn one of these upwards. And let's check if we have a conveyor sorter so that we can pull everything. I need a conveyor sorter that's big, like a big, we do have one. That's excellent, we're going to use that. Man, nighttime came fast here. So we're going to use the big conveyor sorter, and we will use this to get all of our stuff from this ship into the cargo of this ship. Alright, let's hook this up. Alright, let's turn that conveyor sorter on and let's drain the inventory of the ship here. It is probably going to take quite a long time to do though. So while we're waiting, I think there are some improvements we should make to the station here. I think we should definitely add another O2. Very similar this side right here. I'm going to duplicate pretty much onto the other side, but that means we're going to have to take this battery off and move it somewhere. I'm going to have to remove so much. I'm going to have to remove this cargo container and everything to get to this. What a pain. I should have thought before I put that down. Let's finish that while we're thinking about it, and we have the materials. Alright, let's get this small ship, smallish ship, functional as something that we can fly around again. Because we need to move a bunch of batteries, and we need some sort of tugboat for that. And that's what we're going to use this ship for. Nice little tugboat. Alright, we've got a functional little ship. Let's put a boot on it so we can move stuff around.
Energy critical.
Now, if someone could explain to me how in the world this happened, that would be awesome. I disconnected that, and this is now inside my other ship. And I'm afraid if I try to move it, it's just going to start clanging and exploding. So, yeah, just this one changed. It should be up there, but it's down there. What happens if I get in it and get out of it? This doesn't make any sense. That is extremely strange. And this thinks that it's still attached. And that is floating. So I think this grid just is telling itself that it's in the wrong spot. I'm going to move this one somewhere else. We're going to attach it to the other side over here, I think. If I have clearance. I do not have clearance to do that. Ugh, that looks so terrible over there. Alright. Well, that's attached. Let's make sure the stuff is set up right. And all the O2 off. Alright, I guess we're going to relog, and hopefully that goes back to where, well, maybe what we'll do is we'll just fly away and fly back for starters. We're not going to relog just yet. Hopefully if it goes out of render distance and then back in, it'll end up in the correct place, because I think it's just rendering in the wrong place for me. I really hope that's the problem, because if it actually moved there, we're in for some explosions. I'm pretty sure. So wait till we get this, this loading bar streaming circle at the bottom of our screen. Then we'll turn around and head back. Okay, it shouldn't be loaded anymore. We're pretty far away. I feel like I can still see it though. Let's just not look at it. Maybe it'll go away if we don't look at it. I'm also pretty sure we're on the exact opposite side of the planet from the moon. And that's our first destination. So we started on the side with the moon, we drove around to the other side of the planet, built and went into space, and now we're going to go to the moon, which is the opposite direction, which is kind of sad. Alright, let's head back and see if this problem is resolved. If not, we're going to try logging out and logging back in, and hopefully that fixes it. Ah, okay. It is correct again. That's awesome. Yeah, we just flew away, flew back. It was just a rendering issue. That was really scary, but turned out to be okay. Let's take this ship, and we will grab onto... We're going to grab onto these batteries of our scout ship, and we're going to dismantle the rest of the scout ship. We'll take the batteries and we'll attach them to the power module. We're going to have to get rid of this first. This is in our way. Alright, we are attached to the batteries. Let's grind away. Perhaps I should set these batteries to normal. Just so that they don't unpower. Like, I don't know. I don't know if batteries that are set to recharge count as blocks that have power. I don't want that to get killed by cleanup, so we've got our batteries on a stick now. Where are we going to attach them? I think the wise place to put them is just on the power module somewhere. So we're going to attach them to the end, and we should be alright. We want to put them on the other way so that they match a little bit at least. Now we should be able to remove this. These bad boys should be attached. Excellent. We've got more batteries now. not being wasteful. Now that that ship is gone, we can remove the rest of this tower. It is not necessary. And say goodbye to the drill rig. Just attach that up right away. Alright, the rover, the former rover, is back to being a functional ship. Cleaned up the top and bottom a bit. I'm going to get rid of these pistons because, well, maybe I should keep them. If we ever turn this back into a rover, they wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Same with all the wheel placement locations. They're not terrible. We will keep it like this for now. We should lock the wings open so that they don't flop around at all. That would not be good. I think we should probably merge it too and not just leave it with a connector. Merging's just a lot more stable. Also, if we merge it, we can use all the thrusters on it to help move the station. So we'll make a slightly better parking angle for it. Actually, this is probably the best parking angle for the thing. Let's add some merge blocks just to do it. Gosh. Okay, I need to turn off this merge block before I weld the other one up. Now I need to unconnect, merge, and then reconnect. Ah! Ah! What is happening? Okay, we need to... God, when I merged, it just jangled everything. Stuff's not even working anymore. Oh my gosh. It's a rendering issue. I'm just going to keep telling myself it's just a rendering issue. Gosh, this game, man. Really hates some things. And merging is one of them, apparently. Also, stop rotating, game. Alright. Ready to explode everything again? Here we go. We're going to turn this merge block back on. Oh, there we go. Ah! Is there any reason for this? Man, when things merge, they just go ape poop. Okay, one more try. No explosions. Why? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Let's rotate these around a little bit. Maybe that'll like help them figure out what position they're in. Gosh. Line this up as best we can before we merge it. So it's like perfect. Come on. That looks pretty good. Right? Like, the ship doesn't have to move far to merge. These things shouldn't come apart and explode. Alright. We survived. Let's see, what do we have to do next? We have our rover. I was going to build a drive module. I was also going to make a proper small ship. This one's not terrible. It's not pretty, but it's functional. Let's park this for now and let's go get that signal before it disappears. We do need the parachute out of it, so. Zebra drill. Neat. Some free materials. This one doesn't even have a parachute. I came all this way. Not even a parachute. Hey, another thing we don't need is all of these survival kits being on. Because we have a survival kit in there that's on. And really only need one of them on at any point in time. Let's go do that. Let's also get our oxygen fixed in here. What the problem is these things right here are not airtight. And I knew they weren't airtight. I don't know why I thought that that was going to work, but they're not airtight. So let's put airtight ones there. Then we'll put the cryo back. What we need is these. These are airtight. Alright, we got 2 of those. And this is airtight now, but we do not have oxygen stored, so... Oh, we've got another unknown signal, so let's go grab that. Maybe it'll be good this time. What's it gonna be, Keen? What's it gonna be? Do I at least get a parachute this time? Some cheap bribery. What else? Hey, my first canvas. That's pretty exciting. Wow. I see how it is. At least I got a canvas out of you and a small tubelet. As I was coming back from this unknown signal, I finally realized that I was completely unfocused and I'd been kind of just jumping all over the place for a little bit. So I decided to get some sleep, take a break, and come back with a plan. Now, unfortunately, the next day when I came back, apparently I didn't get enough sleep because I started work on the little ship, and the entire time I was building, my audio was not recording. So that's what you're seeing in the background. We're just going to blitz through this, and I'll give you the recap when we're done. Well, we spent a couple hours rebuilding our lifter ship. It, for the most part, got torn apart, and we reworked it so that it now has capabilities to fly in atmosphere or in space, and enough thrusters to fly in atmosphere with just our atmospheric thrusters. So, a bit of an improvement to that. We also added the ability for it to work on other ships and stations, and we switched out one of the large tanks for a large cargo container to also help with that. I'm kind of happy with how it looks. We just added a little bit of armor shaping to help hold the blocks together and to give it a little bit better look. It's not fabulous, but I'm pretty happy with the shape of it, at least. I kind of wish this survival kit wasn't sticking so far at the front, but that was the best place to put it, so it's going to stay there. This piston on front is for attaching a drill when I want to be doing drilling instead of using these. The view from the inside is decent. We can see all of our tools from here, but it's not super easy to see where the tools are hitting, like where exactly they're welding or grinding. I can see it, so it's acceptable, but it's not great. So now that we have this small ship though, I think we should maybe move it out of the way. We're really low on metal grids because I did use a lot to make a ship like this. Yeah, we have 30 almost metal grids, and that's all of them. We are pretty much out. So if we make a drive module, it is going to have to be by dismantling some other stuff, I think. We might even forego the drive module for now and fly this thing using our attached ships. It's going to be extremely slow going that way, but it will be possible. Alright, let's detach this and get everything on it named properly, because right now it has nothing named properly. And we can set up all the bars and whatnot while we're doing that. And the ship, I guess, is now officially called the Lifter, because I've been calling it that in my head for a while for lack of a creative name, because that's what we were using it to do. It was just lifting stuff. So it ended up with all its blocks being called with the prefix Lifter, and I decided that's just what it's going to be called. It's now the Lifter. So if you hear me referencing the Lifter, that's what I'm talking about. Talking about this ship. Maybe we should just fly it around a little bit to get a feel for it. It's heavy. At least it feels heavy. It's not super agile. That's because it doesn't have a whole lot of thrusters in various different directions. But it's going to do the trick. We kind of had to limit ourselves with regard to thrusters. But it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. And it does have the dual capability that it can fly on the planet with just battery power, which is a pretty big deal. It's very nice, for sure. So it's a decent utility ship. It can do a lot of different things. We will spin around, and then we will switch to our reverse remote control and line up with that. Hopefully, I knew I was going to do that. I was just going to say, hopefully I don't run into the solar panel, which obviously I did. Now, what did I blow up? I blew something up. Oh. That's really not good. That is just about the worst thing I could have had blown up. Why did they detonate so hard? I barely tapped it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well. I just got done building this. I literally finished building this and then went to park it, and I lost two of the most valuable blocks that I have because they were made out of metal grids. I don't even think I have enough to replace those metal grid blocks. Oh my gosh. That is quite obnoxious. Well, that's a user error. That's a user error. That was my fault entirely. I lost the big thruster, that big thruster, and the little one that attached to it. Crazy. Anything else in here that's just damaged beyond repair? Nah, it just blew up some thrusters. Wow. Okay. Well, I will have to fix that at some point. Maybe I can slap the pieces on where they're supposed to be, so you can see what I just destroyed. I just blew that right off my ship. Very, very unnecessarily. I think that this is okay. Apparently it's okay, because I merged, so. And let's connect the back while we're at it. Let's see if we can build these. I'm pretty sure I can't. I might be able to rebuild this, but I'm not going to be able to rebuild both. Yeah, I don't have enough metal grids, I don't think. Maybe? Oh my god. No, I'm one metal grid short. Ooh, ah. Oh, that's so sad. I just detonated a handful of metal grids. We're gonna steal. We're gonna steal from this for now. And we're gonna fix our naming and whatnot. Make it all functional. Alright, everything's renamed again and we have fixed our ship. We need to never do that again. So we're going to be very careful from now on if I'm going to park it here. So we cannot build a drive module now because we are keeping these two ships and they need to be able to fly around on their own. So before we can build a drive module, we need to get a whole bunch more metal grids because we are flat out of metal grids right now. We used them all, we destroyed some, and we used the rest. So we are going to be flying around in this for now. Our first destination is going to be the moon, which means I'm going to have to fly around the planet and get to the moon on the other side. Now, there are some waypoints I want to check. We'll flip on all our Earth waypoints real quick. Alright, so these are all the waypoints we know of. These are all the NPC stations we know of that are around Earth. It looks like they're all on the surface or on the other side. There are a couple over there. That's where the moon is, I think. I marked those before. Ooh, there is an Earth orbit one. So our first destination is going to be that one, because then we can go around the planet from there, and we can get over to this other side and go to the moon. I think those must both be on the moon. It looks like it for sure. So our first destination is going to be that. That is about the exact same distance as flying to the surface of the Earth. We are 50 kilometers off the surface where we are at this asteroid, so it shouldn't take terribly long. It is going to be awkward flying with a station though. So we're going to have to take it, we'll take it fast, but we're going to have to be somewhat careful and very vigilant to not run into asteroids. And that is a perfect place for us to end this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you're all looking forward to us finally heading out into space, seeing what the universe has in store for us. If you're ever bored while waiting for Small Grid Only to come out, you should definitely head over to ElusiveGhost channel. Him and I just started a collaboration together. We are playing through a little bit of Space Engineers in co-op mode, and it has been quite fun. So yeah, definitely check it out. And I will see you, as always, in the next one.